And a cold and icy afternoon to you from the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa, as we get set for Great Plains Athletic Conference basketball, the final Great Plains Athletic Conference test for both the Dordt Defender women and men for the calendar year of 2024. Both teams trying to go into the Christmas break with a perfect conference record. We start things off with a women's contest. This will be a stiff challenge for the Defenders. Dordt comes in at 10-0 overall, 6-0 with the conference, taking on a Hastings team that is 7-2 overall and 4-2 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. And then we wrap it up with the men's contest, where a couple of teams at opposite ends of the Great Plains Athletic Conference standings. It will be Dordt versus Hastings in that men's contest. The Defender men, 13-0 overall. They are also undefeated in league play, obviously, while the Hastings Broncos are looking for their first win in conference play. Let's take a 2-minute break, and when we are back, we'll take a closer look at the matchup in this women's contest. Dordt versus Hastings. We'll also have a peek at what else is happening in the Great Plains Athletic Conference today. And we'll do all of that on the pregame show. You're listening to Dordt Basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. Back with more from the DeWitt in 2 minutes.
In our program, we talk a lot about this idea of teaching Christianly. How does my faith impact every decision I make in my teaching practice? The more opportunities we have to work with students to kind of foster that kind of a little bit bigger picture of how faith and learning are already integral. It's already there. So how do we uncover that? How do we help students start to see more and more like this is how things are? I'm a person of faith. My faith is a critical component to who I am. Then it's going to have to play out in my teaching practice in some way.
Homegrown.
Community.
Family.
Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
At Dordt, we strive to build community from before you step foot on campus to years after you graduate. We want to give Dordt students the chance to live and learn together and create meaningful, lifelong relationships that are rooted in faith. Connect to others in purposeful relationships at Dordt University.
Go, 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 go.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa. Let's take a closer look at the matchup between these two women's basketball teams. That will be tipping off at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. The Hastings Broncos 7-2 overall, 4-2 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Hastings is averaging 79 points per game, giving up 65 points per contest. They convert 42% of their field goal tries, and they allow opponents to make 40% of their field goals. 3-point field goal percentage, 32 for the Broncos, 32 for opponents. They're +9 in the rebounds, out-rebounding teams 43-34. They are +2 in the turnover battle, committing 18 and forcing 20 per game. Their wins this year include GPAC wins over Waldorf, 90-68, Mount Marty 75-60, College of St. Mary 116-52, and Concordia this past Wednesday night in Seward 71-69. Their losses this year are to Briarcliff 80-67 and Dakota Wesleyan 65-53. They are 4-1 in their last 5 games, and they have won 1 game in a row as we take a look at the Hastings Broncos on the Wireless World pregame show. They're led by Ann Bowes at 12.4 points per game with 4.7 rebounds. Macy Bryant adds 11.3 points per game with 3.8 rebounds per contest. And McKenna Yates is averaging 11.2 points per game with 4.3 rebounds per contest. For the Dordt defenders, they are 10-0 overall, 6-0 in the conference, outscoring teams 86-65. They're making 48% of their field goals and allowing 37% success. Three-point shooting, 39% for the defenders, 22% for opponents. Dordt's out-rebounding teams 46-32. Turnovers per game, Dordt's committing 16, and opponents are being forced into 15 turnovers per game. Dordt's closest contests, a 94-84 overtime victory over Concordia, a 79-76 win over Dakota State back early in the year, a 66-61 win over Dakota Wesleyan, and a win over Briar Cliff, 61-60. Dordt is led by Janie Van Dongs, 20.7 points and 11.5 rebounds per game. She's converting 56% of her field goals. Liv Harrison is averaging 13.2 points per game with 3.4 rebounds. Macy Sievers, 16.3 points per game with 8.1 rebounds per contest. She also chips in 7.3 assists and 2.5 steals. Ellie Lems is averaging 8.2 points per game with 4.3 rebounds. Willow Bleeker, 9 points per game. Desta Hogendorn, 7.6 points per game with 6.7 rebounds per contest. Last time out, Dordt was a winner over Briar Cliff on Wednesday in Sioux City, 61-60. The defenders with a defensive stop to seal the win. Macy Sievers, 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. Janie Van Dong, 16 points, 13 rebounds. Desta Hogendorn, 11 points and 7 rebounds. For Hastings, they were victorious over Concordia, 71-69. Ann Bowes had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. McKenna Yates, 14 points and 6 rebounds. Kiernan Polk had 13 points and 6 rebounds in that win. Hastings leads this series since it began in 1986, 30-13. Dordt has won 9 games in a row and started the run with a 66-64 win back pre-COVID, February of 2020. Macy Sievers had 16 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals in Dordt's January 20 win over Hastings, 95-56. Gracie Schoenhoven had 15 points, Janie Van Dong 13 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Hastings was topped in that one by Alyssa Baker with 13 points, and Maria Avila had 7 points in that loss for the Broncos. Let's take another 2-minute break. We'll be back with a look at starting lineups on the Wireless World pregame show right after this 2-minute timeout. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928.
Hey Defender Nation, my name is Darren Kaiser and I'm excited to serve as the new athletic director at Dordt University. Thank you for tuning in to the Dordt Media Network and supporting Defender Athletics. As an athletic department, we are committed to the Defender way. This means we are committed to the Great Commission, developing servant leaders, the academic development of our student athletes, and the pursuit of championships. I'm eager to join with you in supporting our athletes this year. Thank you for watching Defender Athletics on the Dordt Media Network. Go Defenders!
Today's broadcast brought to you by Volink Enterprises Incorporated, building homes for families and businesses in Northwest Iowa since 1962. Let's work together to bring your vision into reality. Volink Enterprises Incorporated.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Hey Defender Nation, did you know that Dordt Athletics has over 700 student athletes that make up less than 50% of the student body? We want to invite you to join the Defender Gold Club and support those student athletes, our staff, and coaches this season. Your charitable donation helps advance Defender Athletics and the Defender Way. Last year, we were just shy of 900 members in the Defender Gold Club. Help us reach that 1,000-member mark this year. By becoming a member, you will directly support the student athletes and coaches here at Dordt University. Thanks for watching. Go Defenders!
Continuing on with the Wireless World pregame show, let's take a look at the matchup between these two teams in terms of the starting lineups. These are the projected starting lineups, and it looks like we actually have the official ones up on the board, so we'll double check them as we go. For the Dordt defenders, they will start number 2, Willow Bleeker, a 5'9" sophomore from Sioux Center, averaging 9 points per game. Number 10 is Macy Sievers, a 5'8" junior from Storm Lake, averaging 16.3 points per outing. Number 15 is Liv Harrison. She's a 5'7" sophomore from Lake Crystal, Minnesota, averaging 13.2 points per contest. Number 23 is Ellie Lems, a 6-foot sophomore from Sioux Falls, averaging 8.2 points per game. And Janie Van Dong is a 5'10" senior from Hospers, Iowa, averaging 20.7 points per game. Off of the bench, we anticipate possibly seeing Ava Langeman, a 5'4" freshman from Ethan, South Dakota. We might see Gracie Schoenhoven today, number 20, a 5'11" sophomore from Hospers, trying to make her return after a knee injury that ended her season in the GPAC quarterfinals last season. Number 21, Kaylee Davis, is a 5'3" junior from Rock Rapids. She's been seeing some action this year. She's averaging 1.6 points per game. Brooke Smith is a 5'9" junior from Spirit Lake, Iowa, averaging 3 points per contest. And Desta Hogendorn is a 6-foot freshman from Rock Rapids, averaging 7.6 points per game. Taking a look down at the floor, I see Gracie Schoenhoven warming up. I see Hayden Hymanson in the travel gear. I am looking for Taylor Drent, and don't see Taylor readily. I know that she's getting close to a return as well. Might be California when we start to see her, and there she is. She's decked out in uniform, so she went through the warm-ups today as well for the defenders. Maybe we'll see Taylor Drent before the day is over as well. For the Hastings Broncos, number 1 is McKenna Yates. Yates is averaging 11.2 points per game. She's a 5'8" freshman from McCool Junction, Nebraska. Number 5 is Maria Avila, a 5'5" junior from Scottsbluff, Nebraska, averaging 8.6 points per game. Number 22 is Tatis Arredondo, a 5'5" sophomore from Greeley, Colorado. She's averaging 6.2 points per game. Number 23 is Rachel Gooden, a 6'3" sophomore from Hastings, averaging 8.1 points per contest. And Macy Bryant is a 5'11" junior from Fremont, Nebraska, averaging 11.3 points per game. She wears number 42. Top players off of the bench. Ann Bowes actually leads the team coming off of the bench. She's a 5'9" freshman from Orleans, Nebraska, averaging 12.4 points per game. Kiernan Polk is a 5'8" senior from Wood River, Nebraska, averaging 8.2 points per game. So 2 quite high scorers coming off of the bench for the Broncos, and Gina Douglas up to this point. Other games happening in the GPAC today, we find Midland at Dakota Wesleyan. That's 1-5 of the league. Midland at 4-2 Dakota Wesleyan. 0-6 College of St. Mary is at 4-2 Briar Cliff. 0-6 Mount Marty is at 4-3 Morningside. 3-4 Concordia is at 1-5 Waldorf. So they're over at Forest City today. And the Dordt defenders hosting Hastings. Dordt 6-0 in the league. Hastings 4-2. And then you've got Doane and Northwestern over in Orange City today. Both of those teams are 5-1 in league play, and they are meeting for the right to stay at least in second place. And based on the outcome of this one, could be in second or could work their way into a tie for first place before the day is over. All depends on how the Dordt defenders fare with the Hastings Broncos here this afternoon. This has been the Wireless World pregame show. Wireless World, your Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. You're listening to Dordt Basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. One other note, NAI National Football Semifinals taking place today. Morningside is at Grandview, and Benedictine is at Kaiser. Morningside and Grandview have just gotten underway. Benedictine and Kaiser got a little bit of an earlier start to this one, and we'll update you on those scores throughout the afternoon as the day progresses. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with more. The opening tip, Dordt versus Hastings. Great Plains Athletic Conference women's basketball right after this.
Premier Bank has always understood the value of family. We recognize that as your family grows, your banking needs change, and we're here to help you each step of the way. We'll create a customized plan for easier and better banking and support you in making the most of every dollar, today and always. Visit epremierbank.com or stop by any of the 5 Premier Bank locations in Iowa or South Dakota to partner with a bank who's ready to grow with you.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. This broadcast brought to you by the Ullman Funeral Homes. Chad Ullman, Lori Ewell, and Taylor Van Witchell providing professional attention to every detail. Today's broadcast brought to you by M&H True Value of Rock Valley. Behind every project is True Value. Start right. Start here.
Hi, this is Alex with Outdoor Elements. We've been the region's premier landscape company for over 15 years. With our own in-house landscape designer, we create extraordinary outdoor spaces where you will make memories with family and friends. We do all types of landscaping and we're the region's only certified pool professionals. We specialize in saltwater pools, which are easy to maintain and gentle on your skin. Check out our website at OutdoorElementsInc.com. We make your landscape as beautiful as your home. When you want the best, contact us at 712-476-5299 or email us at info@OutdoorElementsInc.com.
Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Cruz & Cruz, PC, certified public accountants, offices in Sioux Center and Lars. Helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dordt Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa. And for those of you who elected to stay home on an icy, dreary kind of day, glad that you're joining us via the broadcast, and hope we can do it justice for today's contest. And I'm going to preface this by saying we're in the middle of finals here on the Dordt campus, and so a special thank you to our students who taken a break from hitting the books and making sure that we are able to get this broadcast on the air for you. And it is crack staff as always, and we are very appreciative of them making sure that we can do this for you this afternoon. So thank you to the Dordt Media Network student employees for their work once again this afternoon. If we somehow miss it at the end of the broadcast, want to make sure that we get that out of the way here early. Taking a look at football scores. NAI National Semifinals. Morningside trails Grandview 7-0. That's in Des Moines. That's midway through the first quarter. And Benedictine leads Kaiser 21-14. Kaiser is the number one team in the nation. Have been all year. They're the defending national champions. They've got their hands full, though, with the Benedictine Ravens so far this afternoon. Opening tap is up and controlled by the team in black, and the Broncos will bring it into the front court. Hastings with the basketball. Working it up is Avila. Avila passes it off left side to Arredondo. Arredondo to Avila. Avila looking for the pass. Dordt in the trapping defense. They're coming out and being very aggressive from the outset on the defensive end, knocking it out of bounds. 15 seconds on the shot clock for the Broncos, and throw the ball in is Yates. Yates gets the return pass, puts it up over the top of the outstretched hand. Shot no good. Rebound taken away on the weak side by Bleeker. Bleeker with the basketball into the front court. She's got her on the right wing. Bleeker throws it into the corner. Harrison high arching three. Good. 3-point bucket for Liv Harrison, and the Dordt defenders draw first blood 3-0. 3-0 our score, just underway. Take the lid off of the bucket, Liv Harrison, and the Dordt defenders have the basketball. Dordt on defense. Hastings with the basketball. Driving right-hand side is Arredondo. Cut off there by Sievers, now thrown away. And the Dordt defenders will get the basketball back. That pass out to Macy Bryant off of her fingertips, almost right into the lap of Bill Harmson. And the Dordt defenders have the basketball back. Bringing the ball the other way is Sievers. Sievers with it on the right-hand side. Looks like Hastings in a man-for-man defense. Sievers fires it into the corner. Harrison back over to Bleeker. Bleeker on the move. Bleeker has it tapped away, and chasing it down will be Van Dong. Van Dong with the basketball. Janey hands it off to Macy Sievers. 10 to shoot for the defenders. Macy with the basketball, crosses over to the right hand, tries to fire it underneath, and the ball is deflected out. Last touch by Hastings. It'll be Dordt basketball. 5 seconds on the shot clock for the defenders. They throw it in to Lems. Harrison with the basketball. 3 to shoot. Harrison puts it up and has it blocked out of bounds. Last touched by the defenders. It'll be Hastings basketball. Even if it wasn't blocked out of bounds, it would have been a shot clock violation. So the Dordt defenders turn it over on that possession, and here come the Broncos. Bronco basketball, Arredondo. Arredondo with it on the right-hand side. They throw it down into the post. Bryant puts it up, and it's blocked away by Harrison. Harrison knocked it out of bounds, had the block shot, and the Broncos inbound the basketball back. Broncos have it on the right-hand side. Hastings with the basketball. Dribbling it out front is Yates. Yates feeds it down low, and we're going to have a foul called on Ellie Lems. So Ellie Lems whistled for the personal. That's foul number 1 on her. And team foul number 1 on the defenders. Put a fresh 20 up on the shot clock with 8:14 remaining here in the first quarter. Dordt leading 3-0. Beg your pardon, just a 2, so that must have just been a 2-point bucket for Liv Harrison. And the Dordt defenders have the basketball. Sievers into the corner. Harrison back it goes. Sievers, that's a 3. Good. Macy Sievers with the 3-point basket, and the Dordt defenders lead it 5-0. 5-0 our score. 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the first quarter. Hastings basketball, Yates. Yates has the dribble on the left-hand side, leans it up. Her shot no good. Rebound taken away by Sievers. Sievers on a jailbreak. Sievers 3-on-1, gets it ahead to Harrison. Harrison driving in, and Harrison is going to be called for the personal foul. They're going to say that she is whistled for the charge. Now, I would like to see if she was inside the charge circle or not. I'll have to wait on the delay for that one. Hastings with the basketball back after the turnover. Broncos have it. And the Broncos work it around. Yeah, she was outside the charge circle, so our officiating crew, John Garrow, Nathan Wagner, and Jason Slaughter got that one right. I should never doubt them. 7:22 left to go in the first quarter. Dordt leading 5-0 after the Hastings turnover. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers takes it across the half-court stripe. Now Hastings will back off. That big 6'3" post player, Rachel Gooden, plugging things up in the middle, and Van Dong looks to throw it underneath to Lems. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. It will be Hastings basketball. Well, so far, Dordt's defense has been equal to the challenge, and they've knocked down a couple of perimeter shots for a 5-0 lead. Broncos have it. They pass left side. Avila. Avila gives it up. Yates. Yates lets it fly from 3. No good. Well out on the floor. Gives it up Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. She has pressure defense by Arredondo. Sievers with the basketball out front. She spots up, puts up the 3, missed it short, no good, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. It will be Hastings basketball. And for the first time since last February, Gracie Schoenhoven back on the floor. So Schoenhoven, an ACL injury, back in the GPAC quarterfinals last year. Ball tapped away by by Van Dong on the entry pass. Now it's really going to get tricky when you've got Van Dong and Schoenhoven on the floor together. Reach-in foul called against Arredondo. Janie married over the summer to Austin Van Dong. So we've got Janie, formerly Schoenhoven, on the floor. She now goes by Janie Van Dong, and we've got Gracie Schoenhoven working her way back into the rotation. Van Dong passes right-hand side with the basketball. This is Bleeker. Bleeker looking. Bleeker gives it back. Harrison, 10 to shoot. They fire it into the post to Schoenhoven. Van Dong. Van Dong with the 2-point bucket. It's good. Janie Van Dong with a 2-point basket. It's 7-0. This is going to be horribly challenging. With it left-hand side, Gooden. Gooden gives it up to Yates. Yates with the basketball. Yates to Gooden. Gooden well out on the floor. Goes to Arredondo, right corner. Arredondo will spot up, puts up a 3, missed it, no good. Long rebound, and nobody went for the rebound. It's chased down by Hastings in the corner, into the left corner. 3 on the way, off the mark, no good. Rebound tipped and controlled. Pass deflected out, coming up, Arredondo. Arredondo, 3, no good. A rebound taken away by Gracie Schoenhoven. Gracie into the front court. Gracie all the way into the paint, drops it off for Janie. Janie, 2-point bucket, good. 9-0, Dordt with the lead. 5:15 left to play in the first quarter, and the Dordt defenders out to a 9-0 lead, and there's a timeout on the floor charged to Hastings. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Nutrition. Transform your health and wellness with 712 Nutrition. Stop in today for healthy, delicious protein shakes bundled with a supportive community. Start feeling your best today.
The Dordt defenders out to a 9-0 lead in this one. Dordt 4 of 6 so far from the floor. Hastings starting the game 0 for 7. Down to the block, nothing there. They get it back outside. This is Bryant. Bryant loses it. Taken away by Sievers. Sievers feeds it ahead to Gracie Schoenhoven. Ball kicked out of bounds. Last touched by Hastings. It'll be Dordt basketball. Dordt will throw the ball in. Left side of the lane as we face the hoop. Throwing it in is Sievers. Sievers gets the return pass, left corner, 24 to shoot. Schoenhoven 3, missed it, no good. And the rebound is controlled by the Broncos. Broncos, long pass into the front court, tipped by Brooke Smith, taken away by Lems. Lems to Harrison. Harrison with the basketball. Harrison on the right side, Smith. Smith back over to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven into the paint. Backdoor cut, Sievers. Sievers off the glass, good. Macy Sievers with 5, and the Dordt defender lead is 11-0. Steal by Schoenhoven, shot no good, gets her own rebound back. Shot off of the glass, no good, gets her own rebound back. It's swiped away, and the Broncos come up with the basketball. Hastings with it, and the ball tapped away by Sievers, and it appears the Dordt defenders defensively going after and trapping the ball relentlessly on any opportunity. And the Dordt defenders playing right now with an 11-0 lead. So the Broncos have spotted the defenders 11 points to start the game. 27 seconds on the shot clock. There must have been a change of possession ruled, or they got it up quickly. Here's Hastings with the basketball. Out front with it, this is Bailey Kissinger. Kissinger feeds it off. Ball on the right-hand side, Yates. Yates down to the baseline. Yates throws it away. It's taken back by Schoenhoven, and the ball, so they rule that she was on the baseline. And it'll be 15 seconds on the shot clock for the Broncos unless they elect to say there was a change of possession. Kissinger to throw the ball in. Kissinger gets the return pass. Comes back right side, Polk. Polk driving in. Polk too strong with the left hand. Missed it. No good, but a foul on the play. Foul's going to go on number 22, Brooke Smith. Smith whistled for her first personal foul. And going to the free throw line will be Polk. Polk is a 84% free throw shooter. And she'll step up and fire 2. First one up and through. So the Broncos are on the board, 11-1. 4:07 remaining here in the first quarter. So Hastings held scoreless for nearly 6 minutes to start the contest. Makes both free throws. It's 11-2. So Polk makes both free throws. Here come the defenders and Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers has it batted away, picks it back up, goes to Schoenhoven at the free throw line. Schoenhoven with the right hand off of the glass, good. Gracie Schoenhoven with a 2-point bucket. The defenders lead 13-2. Dordt now pressuring, stolen away by Harrison. Harrison shot in the paint, no good. And the rebound controlled by the Broncos. Broncos have it, and a foul called out front on Gracie Schoenhoven. That's going to be number 1 against her. Well, if this is any indication, you can throw the first 10 games of tape away on the defenders because defensively everything seems to have changed. They are pressuring, they are trapping, they are getting out on the perimeter much more than they have in the first 10 games. Ball tipped in the backcourt. Sievers had a chance at it, picked up by the Broncos. Broncos with it, Kissinger. Kissinger into the paint. Kissinger lost it, comes back out front. With the basketball is Bose. Bose, they throw it into the corner. Kissinger. Kissinger, shot blocked by Smith, but Brooks going to be called for the personal foul. And Brooke that time on the baseline defense, put into a tough slot. And she gets called for the personal, her second. That's 5 fouls now on the on the defenders as well. So the Broncos will be shooting free throws from here on out. And now the defenders likely will change their style of play a little bit as well. Now you're going with Desta Hogendorn into the ball game. First free throw is no good by Kissinger. Kissinger, a 57% free thrower. Second free throw is up and through. Dordt leads 13-3. Dordt basketball. Sievers will bring it up. Playing the defense against her is Baker. Dordt takes it across the timeline. Sievers hands it off to Bleeker. Bleeker to Hogendorn. Right side Sievers. Sievers goes to Bleeker. Bleeker squares up on the baseline. Works her way into the paint. Hands it off to Van Dong. Van Dong misses a shot underneath. And here come the Broncos. Bronco basketball up the floor. With it on the right-hand side is Bose. Bose looking down low. Bose passes it off to Pauk. Pauk with it. Pauk throws it. Left wing, Baker. Baker puts it on the deck. Into the lane. Puts up the fadeaway. It's off the mark. No good. Rebound taken away by Van Dong. Van Dong gets it ahead to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Macy has it. Backdoor cut. Bleeker. Bleeker off of the glass. No good. There for the rebound, though, is Desta Hogendorn, and Hogendorn is fouled on the play. And Desta Hogendorn will go to the free throw line, and she will shoot 2 free throws. Now, Desta has been working diligently on her free throws. I have witnessed it. I've seen it. She spent time after practice today shooting free throws by herself. First free throw is up, off the heel, no good. Obviously, games are different than practice. Second free throw on the way for Desta, the freshman from Rock Rapids. This one is up and good. That one looked dead center. She is now 7 of 24 this season. Dordt extends the lead back to 14-3. All of Hastings' points from the free throw line thus far. They're 0 for 8 from the field. Pass goes left side with the basketball is Bose. Bose down to the baseline, cut off by Bleeker. 13 to shoot for the Broncos. Back out front, Baker. Baker, 3 off the side of the iron, no good. And another rebound for Van Dong. Van Dong gets ahead to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven with the basketball, Gracie. Gracie, a lane to the basket, puts it up with the right hand, no good. Rebound Hogendorn, and Hogendorn is tied up on the plate. Jump ball, alternating possession. It will be Dordt basketball. The defenders right now 6 of 15 from the floor. Gracie Schoenhoven inbound the basketball, gets it in over the top to Janey. Janey gives it back over to Gracie. Gracie on the move, spins into the paint, hands it off, tries to hand it off to Janey Schoenhoven, Janey Van Dong, and the ball goes out of bounds. Few too many hands in between the ball and the destination. Ball goes out of bounds. It's Hastings basketball back. Kissinger into the paint. Kissinger, wild shot, no good. Rebound taken away by Langeman. Langeman gets it back over to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven up the floor, into the corner to Bleeker. Bleeker shot off the mark, no good. Might have been blocked. Rebound, though, Van Dong. Van Dong with a putback. She's got 6, and the defenders lead 16-3. 90 seconds left to go in the first half. In the first quarter, and Briarcliff has yet to try it again. Hastings has yet to score a field goal. Ball deflected out, picked up by Bleeker. Bleeker gets it back over to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven on the move. Schoenhoven with it on the right-hand side. Gracie trying to put it on the deck. Gets it back over to Janey. Janey right side Bleeker. Bleeker 3, missed it, no good. Weak side rebound taken away by Baker. Baker with the basketball. Baker feeds it ahead to Kissinger. Kissinger with it on the right-hand side. Dordt leading 16-3 down to the baseline. And the ball stripped away by Van Dong. Van Dong over to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven with it. Spins all the way down to the baseline. Gets it back over to Van Dong. Van Dong in traffic. Heavy traffic. No good. Rebound taken away by Hastings. Hastings has it on the left-hand side. Open 3. Missed, no good. 32 seconds remaining. And the Dordt defenders will hold for one shot if they can. It's like trying to hold back a horse that really wants to go. And Gracie Schoenhoven walks it across the half-court stripe. 1 second difference, shot clock and game clock. Gracie gets a high ball screen. Tries to drive, nothing there, cut off, tries it again, spins into the paint, gets it back underneath to Janey Van Dong. Van Dong off the glass, good. 8 points for Van Dong. Dordt leads 18-3. And the desperation heave at the end of the horn, no good. And the Dordt defenders with an 18-3 lead, limiting Hastings to 0 of 12 shooting thus far. Let's take a 1-minute break. We'll be back with more from the DeWitt Gym in 1 minute.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa. Life in the center of everything. where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors, knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Hi, this is Jennifer Jansen at Epic Realty. At Epic Realty, we take pride in providing professional real estate services with integrity and expertise. Give us a call or stop by our Sioux Center office and visit our website at epichomerealty.com.
Premier Bank is proud to support Dordt University. Visit epremierbank.com for locations and more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa. And we are inbounding the basketball. Hastings with the basketball, and the Broncos with it. Broncos throw it into the corner on the right wing. And a three-point basket by the Broncos, and we come back the other way. Langeman with it. Langeman comes back over to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven spins into the paint, comes back outside, goes over to Harrison. Harrison with it. Harrison throws it left wing. Broncos on defense, and the ball deflected out and picked up now by the Broncos. So the Broncos have it. And the Broncos work it right side. They give it up. This is Avila. Avila down to the baseline. And with it, Schoenhoven gathers in the rebound. I understand that we're having some technical trouble with our blue frame feed, so we will try to decipher if that is limited to just blue frame or YouTube. And for those of you trying to watch online, we will get the links corrected and start sending you to YouTube instead. So we'll do our best to get that corrected. Pass goes into Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven in traffic. Shot no good. Rebound cleared by Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers goes back to Vendong. Vendong into the paint. Her shot is up and good. Janie Vendong with 10 points. And the Dordt defenders lead at 20-6. 20-6 our score. Down to the baseline. They feed it underneath. It's taken away by Sievers. Sievers with it up the floor. Sievers goes ahead to Lems. Lems with the ball. Lems, they come back to Vendong. Vendong, Harrison. Harrison banks in the three. Liv Harrison with 5 points, and the defenders lead 23-6. 23-6 our score, and the Dordt defenders with a 17-point lead. Timeout charged to the Broncos. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Hey Defender Nation, my name is Darren Kaiser and I'm excited to serve as the new athletic director at Dordt University. Thank you for tuning in to the Dordt Media Network and supporting Defender Athletics. As an athletic department, we are committed to the Defender way. This means we are committed to the Great Commission, developing servant leaders, the academic development of our student athletes, and the pursuit of championships. I'm eager to join with you in supporting our athletes this year. Thank you for watching Defender Athletics on the Dordt Media Network. Go Defenders!
23-6, defenders by 17. 8:13 left to play in the first half. Broncos inbounding the basketball. This is Macy Bryant. Bryant goes back over to Yates. Yates with it at the top of the key. Yates goes back. Bryant. Bryant shot in the paint. No good. Rebound deflected and taken away by Sievers. Sievers with the ball. Sievers has it on the right-hand side. Sievers still has the dribble. Brings it all the way to the left side. Looking down low, they give it up Smith. Smith goes to Vendong. Vendong rifles it over to Bleeker. Bleeker open three, missed it short, no good. And the rebound tipped out by Lems. Lems with the basketball. And so Lems makes it 23. Dordt with the basketball. Dordt on defense now with it 23-6. And the Broncos have it Yates. Yates goes back over to Avila. Avila shot in the paint, missed, no good. A rebound taken away by Vendong, and Vendong is fouled on the play. So the Broncos with one field goal to their credit so far. And the Broncos will come back on defense. Dordt with the basketball. Sievers looking backdoor instead, throws it to Bleeker. Bleeker gives it up Lems. Lems comes back right side to Vendong. Vendong Sievers. Sievers too hot with the left hand. Ball taken away by Lems. Lems with it, and Lems is going to be called for the double dribble. So Lems whistled for the double dribble. And now we have a timeout on the floor charged to Hastings. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection. Connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
3-6 after the timeout. Charge to the Broncos. Pass comes right side down to the right wing. With the basketball is Bose. Bose throws it into the corner. Bose, well, they tried to put it up in traffic, and now the ball down on the floor, picked up by the defenders and Vendong. Vendong gets it ahead to Sievers. Sievers with it up the right side. Sievers has it on the right wing, throws cross court, and it's taken back by the Broncos. Broncos with the basketball down 17. Ball deflected by Sievers. Still hanging on to it is Avila. Avila goes back outside, and the three-pointer is up and through for Macy Bryant. Bryant with the three-point bucket. Dordt leads 23-9. That is the second field goal for the Broncos thus far. Vendong picks up her dribble, comes back right side. Sievers. Sievers with it on the wing. Sievers, 15 to shoot. Goes to Lems. Lems, 12-footer, missed, no good, and the rebound is controlled by the Broncos. Broncos with it, up the floor, Yates. Yates with it on the wing. Yates goes back to Avila. Avila with it, drives into the lane with the left hand. Shot goes in, but they're going to call, I believe, a travel. So the travel violation whistled against the Broncos. And bringing the basketball up the floor will be Macy Sievers. Sievers takes it up the floor. Sievers has it left side, gives it up to Vendong. Vendong into the paint. Vendong too strong with the right hand. Rebound taken away by Lems. Lems muscles it up and down. Ellie Lems with her first two. And the defenders lead 25-9. 25-9 our score. Defenders leading. Pass comes right side. Shot off of the glass, no good. Rebound Gooden. Gooden shot no good. Rebound deflected out, picked up by Sievers, doesn't have the number. She doesn't care. She takes it all the way to the left elbow. Looks for the trailer, trying to find Vendong, and it's poked away. Coming out with it, here comes Hastings. And the shot off of the glass is good with the right hand and Bose. Bose makes it 25-11, Dordt by 14. Up the floor with it is Sievers again. Macy with it, goes left side to Bleeker. Bleeker with the basketball on the wing. Bleeker tests the waters, tries to drive into the paint, and loses it out of bounds. It will be Hastings basketball. Well, it didn't go out of bounds. Hastings picks it up. They come back the other way. Pass into the paint, tipped away and taken back by the defenders. Dordt with the basketball. Sievers. Sievers up the lane, up the floor with the left elbow jumper. Good. Macy Sievers with 7. And the defenders lead 27-11. 27-11. Three-pointer answering. Broncos, no. Rebound controlled by Van Dong. Van Dong with the basketball, gives it up to Sievers. Sievers left side. Bleeker. Bleeker goes back to Sievers. Sievers with it. Sievers comes back out front. Van Dong. Van Dong underneath. Reverse layup is good. Jeannie Van Dong with another two. Van Dong now with 12. And the defenders with a 29-11 lead. Shot on the way, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Sievers. Sievers up the floor. Dordt with a chance to build on the lead. Three-pointer by Sievers, good. Macy Sievers with 10 first-half points, and the defenders extend the lead to 30-11. Timeout on the floor, charge to the Broncos. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in a minute.
Today's Dordt Media Network broadcast, brought to you by Cruise & Cruise PC, certified public accountants. Offices in Sioux Center and Lamars, helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dordt Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
The DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa. The Dordt defenders with a 32-11 lead, so a 21-point cushion right now, and a foul called in the backcourt on the defenders with the pressure, and that's going to go on Gracie Schoenhoven. And for Schoenhoven, that is her second foul. 32-11, Dordt leading by 21. Bronco basketball. Bringing it up is Kissinger. Kissinger chased by a couple of players. Ball stabbed at by Sievers on the pass. And the shot in the paint, no good, but a foul on the play called on Hogendorn. And now the Hastings Broncos will shoot free throws. 32-11, Dordt leading by 21. First free throw up and through for the Broncos. And another free throw coming. 32-12 currently. Ann Bowes makes the first free throw, makes the second. She's got 4 points, and the defender lead is 32-13. Dordt by 19 with 3:17 remaining. Comes back out front. Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven misses the 15-footer. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Hastings and Marks. It will be Dordt basketball. So the defenders inbounding. Sievers gets the ball inbounded. Kicks it back into the corner from Hogendorn back to Sievers. Sievers looking down low. Swing pass over the top. Langeman. Langeman with the basketball. So Langeman down to the baseline, 9 to shoot for the defenders. Schoenhoven on the move. Gracie picks up her dribble, goes to Hogendorn, 17-footer, short, no good. And the rebound is taken away by the Broncos. Broncos have it, down by 19. They throw it into the corner, left side Kissinger. Kissinger gets the return pass and boots it out of bounds. It'll be Dordt basketball. Dordt basketball, throwing it in. Hogendorn. Hogendorn takes it up the floor. And Hogendorn gives it off to Sievers. Sievers with it. Sievers back out front. Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven to Hogendorn. Hogendorn, 2-point bucket, good. She's got 3. So 34-13, Defenders leading by 21. Broncos have the basketball. And a blocking foul called on the Defenders. That's going to go on Liv Harrison. For Harrison, that is foul number 1. I beg your pardon, foul number 2 on Liv Harrison. So Harrison picks up her second personal foul. And the Broncos have the basketball. Broncos with it. They go right side. Down to the baseline, and shot in traffic is good for Kiernan Polk. Polk has 4. Right side, Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven using her dribble. Comes back right side all the way in with the runner as Harrison. Shot no good, and the rebound deflected out. Picked up by Hastings. Hastings with the basketball. Hastings driving in with the right hand. Getting the shot to go is Ann Bose. Bose with 6. And the Defenders lead 34-17. 34-17. Free throw on the way, no good, so unable to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. And here come the Defenders. Defenders with the basketball. Harrison. Harrison hands it off to Bleeker. Bleeker tied up on the play. Alternating possession. It'll be Dordt basketball. So Ann Bose missed that free throw. She's got 6 points. Dordt leading 34-17. 112 and counting here in the first half. Sievers with it at the top of the key. And what do we have? We've got a hold called on the Broncos. And Alyssa Baker. Dordt basketball, Lems. Lems at the top of the key. Lems comes back right side to Harrison. Harrison gives it up into the corner. Bleeker. Bleeker with the basketball. Comes back to Hogendorn. Hogendorn trying to feed it over to Lems. And the ball is out of bounds. Last touched by Hastings. It'll be Dordt basketball. So they throw the ball in, they get it in. Back over to Sievers. Sievers shot missed from the corner. Rebound controlled by Hastings. Hastings with the basketball, under a minute to go in the half. Pass thrown over the top. Shot partially blocked by Lems. Ball's down on the floor. And it's loose and tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Dordt. It'll be Hastings basketball. Hastings throwing it in. Throwing it in will be Bailey Kissinger. Dordt leading 34-17. So after the fast start, Hastings has played relatively even with the Defenders. Dordt trying to play a little faster than we've become accustomed to. Shot on the rim, no good. Rebound taken away by Schoenhoven. Gracie into the front court. Gracie has it on the right-hand side. Dribbling in, throws it into the corner. Bleeker. Bleeker with it, and Bleeker is held on the play. Foul with number 4 on the Broncos. And the Defenders have the basketball. They get it into Sievers. Sievers with it. Sievers has the ball on the right-hand side. Sievers now goes back over to Van Dong. Van Dong, Bleeker. Bleeker with it, 7 to shoot. Comes back to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven underneath. Gracie to Janey. Van Dong's 2-point bucket. Good. And that's the end of the first half. Our score, Dordt 36, Hastings 17. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with a recap of the first half of action in 2 minutes.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're family or friend of a team member or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. There's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has for each game, and that's a game plan. And no matter the outcome of the game, there's tremendous value in growth in working together as a team to execute that game plan. What about you? Do you have a game plan for your financial life? Or are you so busy with everything else that life throws your way? If you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours and hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, the planning firm here in Sioux Center has been helping households build and execute their financial game plans on all the things more important than money. I'm Tom DeYoung, president of the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule a complimentary Discover meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your financial game plan on all the things in your life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts Radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
Nearly as much as it once did, but still they're relying on an imperfect science. And I think we've got everything rectified on the Dordt Media Network as well. And glad to have you with me. Sorry for the inconvenience, if any. You missed a wild first half of action with the Dordt Defenders, a 36-17 lead. The Defenders got out to an 18-3 lead at the end of the first period. Outscored the Broncos 18-14 in the second period and lead 36-17 here at the half. The Defenders led unofficially by Janie Vendong's 14 points in the first half. And Macy Sievers has come through with 10. For the Broncos, we've got to double check their scoring. I think they are led by Bose with 6 points thus far. She got all of those in the second quarter. So Dordt leads at halftime 36-17. I'm not sure if we have any highlights. I am guessing that with the trouble that we had with the live stream for a period of time in the first half, that we don't have highlights. If we do, shoot me a message, guys, in the truck, and we'll get to those during our next break. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with more from the DeWitt Gym in 2 minutes. This is Dordt. Well, we do have some highlights, so let's go ahead and run those highlights. And just briefly recap, the Defenders scored the first 11 points of the basketball game, did it in a variety of ways. Liv Harrison had a jump shot. Macy Sievers had a 3. Janie Vendong did some damage in the paint. She had 4 field goals in the first half, 3 in the second half. Broncos did get a 3-pointer by Macy Bryant, but so far for the Broncos, they've just been playing a little bit faster than they would like. Kiernan Paulk got a bucket as well. That was one of just, I believe, 4 field goals converted by the Broncos in the first half of play. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with more from the DeWitt Gym right after this. This is Dordt Basketball on KIHK.
Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, and window treatments at your local Furniture Mart. They are family owned and located in downtown Sioux Center.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ski-Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether you're building or replacing, Ski-Bout Window and Door has the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski-Bout and see the difference. Today's broadcast brought to you by Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
Today's Dordt Media Network broadcast brought to you by Cruise PC, certified public accountants. Offices in Sioux Center and Lamars, helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dordt Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
Hey Defender Nation, did you know that Dordt Athletics has over 700 student athletes that make up less than 50% of the student body? We want to invite you to join the Defender Gold Club and support those student athletes, our staff, and coaches this season. Your charitable donation helps advance Defender Athletics and the Defender Way. Last year, we were just shy of 900 members in the Defender Gold Club. Help us reach that 1,000 member mark this year. By becoming a member, you will directly support the student athletes and coaches here at Dordt University. Thanks for watching. Go Defenders.
Numbers look like this. Hastings was 5 of 26 in the first half from the floor, 19%, 2 of 11 on threes, 18%, 5 for 7 on free throws, 71%. Dordt was 16 of 37 from the floor, 43%, 3 of 8 on threes, 38%, 1 for 2 on free throws, 50%. Dordt with a 26-16 rebounding edge. Dordt with 9 turnovers. Hastings had 13. The defenders were led by Janie Van Dongs, 14 points on 7 of 11 shooting. Macy Sievers, 10 points with 5 rebounds and 3 steals. 5 points for Liv Harrison, 2 for Ellie Lems, 2 for Gracie Schoenhoven, and 3 for Desta Hogendorn for Dordt's total of 36 points. For the Broncos, 6 points for Bose, 3 for Bryant, 3 for Avila, that is, 1 for Kissinger, and 4 for Polk. 3 rebounds each for Yates and Kissinger. 2 steals for Bose. The defenders lead 36-17 at halftime. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with a rundown of what else is happening in the league right after this 2-minute timeout.
Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction, Rob Sioux and owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, and decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast brought to you by Flooring and Design in Sioux Center. Whether you are building a new home, remodeling your current home, or wanting to freshen up your decor, we can help make your home as unique as you. Stop in to see us at Flooring and Design.
Homegrown.
Community.
Family. Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1891. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner. Online at germanfarmers.com.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek.
Back at the DeWitt Gym. Glad to have you along with me on this Saturday afternoon. Oh, nothing like a few technical issues to get the blood pumping once again, but I think we've got all of that taken care of. Again, we apologize for any inconvenience that may have caused, but once again, we are back and running, full steam ahead. Let's take a look at scores from around the Great Plains Athletic Conference today. Women's basketball, scores that are either at halftime or near halftime. Northwestern leads Doane 36-28. Briar Cliff all over the College of St. Mary 60-25. Morningside over Mount Marty 37-23. Concordia leads Waldorf 53-30. And in the game you're listening to here on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network, Dordt leads 36-17. So the Dordt defenders by 19 at halftime. Hastings, a team that comes in averaging nearly 80 points per game. They've been limited to 17 through 20 minutes of action. Let's take another 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the second half of play from the DeWitt Gym, Dordt versus Hastings, right after this 2-minute timeout.
German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1891. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner. Online at germanfarmers.com.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. Today's broadcast brought to you by Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City will exceed your expectation.
The Grain House, located in Hall, Iowa, bringing you amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and so much more. A big city feel, only 10 minutes away from Sioux Center, with a second location opening soon in Sanborn. See Proactive Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab when the aches and pains won't go away. Visit proactivephysicaltherapy.net when you want to get back to the activities you love.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online, 712realty.com, leading you home.
Go, 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 go.
Coming up this week, as the first semester officially comes to a close, the Dordt Defender women's basketball team will be traveling to California, Fulton, California, Fullerton that is, and they'll be playing a pair of games. They'll face Hope International on Tuesday, and they are scheduled to play the Masters on Wednesday. Both of those start times, 5 o'clock Iowa time. And then the basketball teams will be off until January 2, and that's when we pick things up again on the in terms of Dordt athletics. It'll be the calendar year 2025 when we get rolling again. Hockey's got a couple of games scheduled in Florida over the break. Basketball will be back at it on January 2. That's a Thursday, 5 o'clock start time. And what would that come out to? I believe 3 weeks from this past Thursday, so 2 weeks from this coming Thursday, we'll be back to it. But the Dordt Defender basketball teams trying to wrap up the GPAC first semester play with a win here this afternoon. The women with a 19-point lead at halftime, and the men will follow with their contest set to begin at about 3:45. We're running a little bit behind schedule because of some Turnovers and fouls in the first half. Hastings for the basketball. Broncos have it. Avila. Avila's pass underneath is tipped away by Jeannie Vendong. And the Dordt defenders will defend now on the inbounds play. Throwing it in is Arredondo. Arredondo gives it up to Avila. Avila down to the baseline. Avila down on the block. Kick out pass. 3 missed. No good. And the rebound tapped out by Sievers, controlled by the Broncos. Broncos with the basketball. They extra pass, and it's taken away by Bleeker. Bleeker to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Back over to Vendong, and Vendong has it kicked away. It'll be Dordt basketball. So the extra pass that time by the Broncos ends up being to their detriment as they end up turning it over. Dordt gets the basketball back. Sievers has it poked away, and coming away with it is Arredondo. Arredondo taps it away, and the Broncos with the ball trailing by 19. Pass out front to Gooden. Gooden with the basketball. Gooden feeds it off to Avila. Avila puts it up with the right hand, missed it, no good. And the rebound controlled by Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers into the corner. Harrison. Harrison 2, and she banks it in from the tough angle. Liv Harrison with 8 points, and the defenders lead 39-17. Not sure she called bank, but it counts the same. It'll be a tough horse shot. Tough angle from the corner. She skims it off of the glass. Shot in the paint, blocked by Bleeker. Rebound defenders, Lems. Lems gets it ahead to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers to the trailer, Lems. Lems looking for the backdoor cut, comes back over to Harrison. Harrison off the screen, and Liv now with 10 points, and the defender lead is 41-17. Steal by Sievers in the backcourt, unable to knock down the layup though, under pressure, and the Broncos have the basketball back, trailing 41-17. Out front is Avila. Avila gives it up, three-pointer right wing for Macy Bryant. Bryant with 6 points, and the defender lead is 41-20. Sievers to Harrison. Harrison with it. Harrison splitting the defense down to the corner, and Harrison dribbles on the baseline out of bounds. Couldn't quite turn the corner. Gets whistled for the stepping on the paint on the end line, right around the paint area. And here come the Broncos. Well, checking the football score, Morningside and Grandview. Right now, Grandview in front. Banging that one off of the glass, and Willow Bleeker shaken up on the play. So Bleeker hands it back over to Sievers. Not sure if Bleeker went knee on knee with someone. And she will walk up the floor. She picks herself up. So Bleeker will check out of the basketball game. Schoenhoven checks in. So Willow Bleeker banged up on the play. Dordt leading 41-22. And Sievers takes it across the timeline. Sievers with it, left-hand side, all the way underneath. Throws it back to Harrison. Harrison filling in the gap. Harrison back over to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven has it tipped away. Lems, 8 to shoot for the defenders. Now Sievers spots up, long 3, good. Macy Sievers with 13 points, and the defenders lead 44-22. 44-22 the score. Yates driving in. Yates off balance shot, no good. Another rebound ripped down by Vendong. Vendong gets it ahead to Harrison. Harrison to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven off the glass, no good. There for the rebound, and the putback though is Jeannie Vendong. Vendong with 16. Dordt leads 46-22. Defenders with the 24-point advantage. Hastings, 17-footer, rattled in. 2-point bucket for the Broncos. And getting that is Arredondo for her first points. Sievers working against Arredondo. Cross-court pass is taken away, and here come the Broncos. Broncos trailing 46-24. Left-hand pass, Gooden. Gooden back into the corner. 3, missed, no good. Rebound controlled by Sievers. Sievers with the ball. Sievers stops, looks, goes right side, Harrison. Harrison with it. Harrison back over to Sievers. Sievers with the ball. 6 minutes left to go here in the third period. They give it to Van Dong. Van Dong, short jumper, missed it, no good. Gooden was looming there, and Van Dong short-armed the jumper on the left side of the lane. Here comes Hastings. Hastings shot, no good. Left from the left side of the lane was Yates. Foul called against Harrison. Lems will check out of the ball game. Davis is in. Smith is in the ball game. Harrison is out. That foul is charged to Harrison. That's her third. Ball's inbounded. Polk. Polk against Vendong. Back outside it comes to Bose. 15 to shoot for the Broncos on the right-hand side. Arredondo. Arredondo puts it up, off balance shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound again. Vendong. Vendong with another rebound. Vendong hands it back over to Sievers. Vendong with 13 rebounds already to go with 16 points. So yet another double-double for Vendong. Puts it on the deck, spins into the paint, back to Schoenhoven. Gracie, two-point bucket, good. Vendong to Schoenhoven for the two-point basket. Dordt leading 48-24. Bronco basketball. Nothing there. Goes back right side. This is Arredondo. Arredondo. Dordt hedges on the screen. Ball deflected. Taken away by Vendong. Gets it over to Davis. Cayley up the floor. Davis comes back over to Smith. Finds Schoenhoven. Ball's down on the floor. Out of bounds. Last touched by Hastings. It'll be Dordt basketball. Well, Willow Bleeker has returned to the bench. Saw her conversing with the trainer earlier. And she looks to be moving okay, so hopefully just a knee on knee, and we'll see her back into the game before the day is over. Maybe, maybe not. Sievers with it on the left wing. Sievers, 15 to shoot. Dordt playing with a 48-24 lead. Vendong squares up, throws it underneath to Schoenhoven. Back to Vendong. Vendong shot no good, but she is fouled. Well, they will find each other. And if there is a double team, it has become second nature that they will race to the rim. And they just wreak havoc coming at you. Vendong will go to the free throw line to shoot two as she was fouled in the act of shooting. Bailey Kissinger whistled for the personal, her first. First free throw for Jeannie Vendong up and through. She's got 17. And the defender lead is 49-24. Another free throw coming. This one's up and skips around and falls through. 18 for Vendong. And the defenders lead 50-24. So the defenders with the cushion to work with. And the Hastings Broncos have it. Ball deflected by Schoenhoven. Here's Harrison. Misses the layup. Everything but the finish. And here come the Broncos again. Dordt getting a hand on that pass was Schoenhoven. Now dribbling through the trap. Hastings for the basketball. Driving in is Polk. Polk shot no good, but a foul on the play called on Macy Sievers. And for Macy, that's number 1, I believe, on her. And 2 free throws on the way for Kiernan Polk. She is 2 for 2 from the charity stripe so far today. Now 3 for 3. And a second free throw on the way. 5 points for Polk, averaging 8.2 points per game. Second free throw hangs on the rim, won't fall through. But getting in for the rebound is Kissinger. So an offensive rebound. Broncos, 3. Off the heel, no good. And the rebound tipped out of bounds, last touched by Hastings. It'll be Dordt basketball. So Dordt doubling up on the Broncos right now, 50-25. And coming back the other way is Lems. Lems with it, picks up her dribble, comes back over to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven, Harrison, right side, Sievers, wing, 3, missed it, no good. Rebound controlled by Hastings. Hastings in the backcourt. Dordt showing pressure, comes back to Polk. Polk blocked on the play by Sievers, and Sievers whistled for her second personal foul. Well, the bench crew getting into the action that time. Colin Cruz catches it cleanly by the score clock. Gets it back into play. Hastings with the basketball. This is Polk. Polk down to the baseline, and a foul on the play called on Gracie Schoenhoven, I believe. No, they're going to call it on Ellie Lems. So Lems picks up the personal. That's number 2 on Ellie. Team foul number 4 on the defenders in this quarter. Hastings inbounding. They go left side. This is Bose. Bose into the paint. Cut off. Bose back out front. Kissinger 15 to shoot. Kissinger spins back with the right hand. Off balance shot. Left hand good. Bailey Kissinger over the 2-point bucket. Dordt leads 50-27. Left side it goes Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven on the move. 10-footer straight on good. Gracie Schoenhoven with 6. Dordt leads 52-27. Bronco basketball. Broncos up the floor with it. They throw it left corner. And I think we're going to have a sideline violation on the Bronco player who caught it. And that is a new player for the Broncos, number 25. We have not seen her up to this point. That's Addison Minarak. Pass underneath. Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven wide open. Her 2-point basket is good. Gracie Schoenhoven with 8. Dordt misses after the steal. Here come the Broncos. Bronco basketball. Broncos have it, trailing 54-27. Dordt still doubling up on the Broncos. Pass to Kissinger. Kissinger's shot no good. Rebound cleared by Lems, and Lems is fouled on the rebound. That's going to go against Milnerak. Milnerak, that's one of those names where you're looking and you say, well, I'd like to buy a vowel. Mlnarik. 54-27, Dordt by 27. 2:25 left to play in the third period. With the basketball, they go up front to Vendong. Vendong to Langeman. Langeman back out front, Vendong. Janey on the move. Off balance shot, no good. Vendong now 8 of 13 from the floor. She's got 13 rebounds. 3-pointer on the way is good for Milnerak. Pass left side, Bleeker. Bleeker travels with it as she stumbled. Well, she just took an extra step as she gathered that long pass in. And with 1:58 left to play in the third period, Dordt with a 54-30 lead. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Biblical truth shapes Dordt's worldview, giving students the wisdom to serve God and neighbor through their work and in their daily lives. Do all that God has created you to do at Dordt University.
So it's Hastings basketball after the Dordt turnover. Dordt leading 54-30. Broncos have the ball on the right wing. Broncos with the basketball. They pass it over to Polk. Polk out front to Gooden. Gooden with it at the top of the key. Gooden, 15 to shoot for the Broncos. They pass it back out front, Milnerak. Milnerak gives it up, Polk. Polk off of the glass, no good. Rebound controlled by Hogendorn. Hogendorn gets it out to Harrison. Harrison with the basketball. Harrison passes into the corner of Langeman, and it's tipped out of bounds by Milnerak. And the defenders, Harrison has it on the left-hand side. Harrison with it. Has the dribble, 17 to shoot. Harrison held on the play, no call made. They go over to Vendong to Bleeker. Bleeker gives it up to Hogendorn. Hogendorn open underneath, finds Vendong. Vendong with 20. Dordt leads 56-30. 1 minute remaining, third period. Driving in Kissinger. Kissinger against Langeman, and Kissinger finishes with the left hand. So Kissinger now with 5 points, and the defender lead is 56-32. Goes back outside to Harrison. Harrison circling with the left hand all the way underneath. Finds Bleeker. Bleeker sets, fires three. Good. Good shot for Willow. She needed that one, and the Dordt defenders lead at 59-32. So the defenders by 27. Shot clock and game clock about a 2-second difference. 23 seconds and counting on the game clock. Kissinger dribbling out front. Langeman playing defense. Dordt matching up person to person. Kissinger, Dordt brings the trap. Ball out front. Milnerak gets it back. They throw underneath for Gooden. Gooden shot no good, but she's fouled on the play. And with 1 second on the shot clock, Hastings will get free throws. So Gooden will go to the free throw line. She has not scored yet today. And this game might not suit her skill set as well. She got open underneath that time, and Dordt's help defense a little late in arriving. Vendong got baited up towards the free throw line, and Gooden was behind her. So the foul on the play was called to Janie Vendong, her first. Second free throw by Gooden. She makes them both. 3 seconds for Dordt to work with. They get it to Harrison at half court. Let's fly. Three, missed, no good. And we've played 3 quarters of basketball. Dordt 59, Hastings 34. The defenders outscore the Broncos 23-17 in the third period. We head to the fourth quarter of action. Dordt 59, Hastings 34. Back with more in a minute. This is Dordt basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. (59-34), the defenders by 25 as we start the fourth quarter of play. Ball is inbounded to Macy Sievers from Desta Hogendorn. The Dordt defenders playing with that 25-point cushion. It all started with an 11-0 run. Pass, Hogendorn, weak side, comes back over to Harrison. Harrison tests the waters, back to Van Dong. Free throw line jumper, good. Van Dong makes it 61-34. And Janie has steadily added to her repertoire. That 15 to 17 footer well within her range. Driving the other way, laying it up with the right hand is Avila. Avila, 5 points for her, and the defender lead is 61-36. Sievers directing traffic out front, wants a set play, looks for Hogendorn, gets a ball screen from Hogendorn. Now Sievers double teamed. Over to Van Dong. Van Dong, Harrison, Bleeker underneath. Van Dong double teamed into the corner. Harrison back over to Sievers. 8 to shoot, now 7. Sievers again testing the waters left side. Back to Hogendorn. Got to get the shot up. Hogendorn does. Rattles it, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Hastings. Hastings bounce pass ahead. Bryant back out front. Avila back to Bryant. She likes that spot. Shot missed, no good, but a long rebound taken away by Kissinger. Kissinger gives it up to Avila. Avila with it. Avila, 13 to shoot for the Broncos. Shot off of the glass, no good. Van Dong had it. Now Sievers picks it up. Sievers into the front court, has it at the free throw line, angles off to the left-hand side, brings it back out to the wing. Gets a ball screen now from Van Dong. Back to Hogendorn. Hogendorn 17 feet from the hoop. She'll put it up off the heel, no good. Tap out by Van Dong, controlled by Hastings. Hastings, long pass ahead, and the layup is good for Ann Bose. Bose with 8. She came in averaging 12.4 points per game. Dordt leading by 23, 61-38. This is a Hastings team that entered today 7-2, 4-2 in the conference. Van Dong Back it goes Hogendorn. Hogendorn, turn around in the lane, no good. But a foul on the rebound called against Hastings. That's going to go on Bryant. So Bryant whistled for the personal foul. Dordt will inbound the basketball. Left side of the lane as we face the hoop. So Sievers to trigger it. Sievers looking. In danger of a 5 seconds call. Got to get it in. She does to Hogendorn on the left wing. Hogendorn gives it back to Sievers. Sievers at the top of the key, testing. Van Dong feeds it into Hogendorn. Hogendorn. And we've got a foul called away from the ball. That's going to go on Hastings and Macy Bryant. And I'm not sure there's anything different on defense than we have witnessed so far up to this point. But at the 33-minute mark of this one, now we're getting a few more fouls called. Backdoor cut for Sievers. Sievers puts it up, and Bryant. Macy Bryant's picked up 3 personal fouls on this possession. Oh, they're going to call that one on Avila instead. So they're going to call it on Avila. I had thought it was Bryant getting Sievers with a little bit of the hip. As it is, well, Janie Van Dong now, her line today, 22 points, 13 rebounds. She's had a good week. Had a double-double in the win over Briarcliff as well. Macy Sievers, 14 points now as she makes that free throw. Sievers with 6 steals tonight. 15 points for Sievers now, and the defenders lead 63-38. Long pass into the front court, Bryant. Bryant comes back to Baker. Baker down to the corner, baseline jumper, missed, no good. Smith went up for it along with Bryant. And the shot too strong, no good, but a foul underneath called on the defenders with 7:09 left to go in the game. Gracie Schoenhoven has just picked up her 3rd personal. So 2 free throws on the way for the Broncos. First one is up and through. McKenna Yates makes the first free throw. She's averaging 11.2 points per game. These are her first 2 points today. 63-40, defenders by 23. Sievers up the floor. And Sievers guarded by Baker. Sievers gets a ball screen. They get it back to Lems. Back outside Harrison. 3 in and out, no good. Rebound those Sievers. Macy Sievers comes away with another rebound. Macy goes to Gracie. Gracie down to the baseline. Gracie floats it up on the rim. Good. Double figures for Gracie Schoenhoven in her 2024 debut. Now a steal by the defenders. Schoenhoven unable to make the lay-in. Now here's Harrison. Harrison has it tapped away. Schoenhoven, traffic, puts it up with the right hand. No good, but she is fouled on the play, and Gracie will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. Well, adding Schoenhoven into the mix will change this team a little bit. First free throw by Gracie up and through. She's got 11 points, and the defender lead is 66-40. And the second free throw off the side of the iron, no good. Dordt leading by 26. Broncos have it in the backcourt, and they will hustle it across the half-court stripe. Driving in, and now a jump ball called. Alternating possession. It'll be Hastings basketball. So Hastings maintains possession of it. 18 seconds on the shot clock. And the Broncos get the ball inbounded. This is Avila. Avila. Back top of the key, 3 missed, no good. Hastings today, 22% on threes, 28% as a team from the field. This is Harrison into the corner, Brooke. Smith, 3, too strong, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Hastings. 5:45 and counting, ball game. Driving right-hand side is Yates. Yates puts it up, and a foul on the play called on the defenders. That will go on number 23, Ellie Lems, and for Ellie, that's her 3rd. 5:39 left to go in the game. Dordt leading 66-40. Hogendorn, Van Dong, Bleeker and Davis checking in. Smith, Severs, Harrison, and Lems check out. Free throw, good for Yates. Yates now with 3. Second free throw on the way for Yates. That one's up and through as well. 4 points for McKenna Yates. Dordt leads 66-42. Hastings has outscored Dordt here in this period 8-7. Gracie Schoenhoven with a basketball, gets a ball screen, double team, throws it into the corner, Davis. Davis back to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven shakes left, goes right, puts it up with the right hand, good. Schoenhoven with 13, and the defenders lead 68-42. Hastings with the basketball, Yates. Yates down to the baseline. Yates comes back, right side, Baker. Baker driving in. Baker scoops it up, no good. And the rebound is cleared by Vendong. Vendong gets hit in the chops when she comes down. And she doesn't flinch. And she'll check out of the basketball game. She got popped pretty good. And I believe Vendong will have to come back into the game and shoot free throws. So whoever checked out in for her will have to check out. So Janey will shoot 2 free throws here, and this might be the end of the day for Janey. 22 points thus far on 10 of 16 shooting to go with 14 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. We've become pretty spoiled with this being those kind of numbers being commonplace for the senior from Hospers. Makes both free throws. Makes it 70-42. I'd be shocked if we saw Vendong again today. We might. I doubt it. 70-42. Dordt with a lead. Hastings with the basketball in the backcourt. 5 minutes to go. Pass back over to Yates. Yates in danger of a 10-second call, and it is a 10 seconds call. It'll be Dordt basketball. You've got to get possession established in the front court before the shot clock shows 20. You can't just simply get in trouble and throw the ball into the front court and avoid the 10 seconds call. The Dordt defenders with the basketball, Macy Severs. Severs gets a ball screen from Lingaman. Severs back out front, Harrison. Harrison, Severs. Severs, left wing. Severs picks up the dribble, goes to Hogendorn. Hogendorn back to Harrison. Harrison too strong with the 3. Rebound tapped out by Hogendorn, picked up by Lingaman. Lingaman with the basketball. Lingaman, left-hand side, into the corner, Harrison. Harrison, Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven, 17-footer, grazed the rim, no good. Hogendorn got a hand on it. And now the Broncos with the basketball in the backcourt. Broncos bring it up the floor. This is Yates. Yates wildly off of the glass, no good. Rebound controlled, and now we have a out-of-bounds call. John Garrow whistles, a Hastings player for being on the baseline. Out of bounds, it'll be Dordt basketball back. So just like that, Dordt leading by 28, and they'll walk it up. This is Macy Severs. Severs at the top of the key. Severs comes back right side of Lingaman. Back to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven drops it off for Hogendorn. Hogendorn, 2-point bucket, good. She's got 5. And the defenders lead at 72-42. 30-point lead for the defenders against the Hastings Broncos. Broncos with it. Take it across the timeline, Baker. Left side pass, 3 on the way, no good. Severs has it tipped away, and Severs racing for it. Broncos maintain possession of it and now throw it away. It'll be Dordt basketball. 72-42, defenders by 30. And Gracie Schoenhoven will check out of the ball game along with Macy Severs. On the floor for the defenders, Goodwin, Davis, Smith, Lingaman, and Stella Charleston. 3:21 left to go in the game. So it appears the defenders will improve to 11-0 overall, 7-0 in the conference. And Dordt had 6 players on the floor for a while, so they'll get Langeman off the floor. Who snuck on? Izzy McCool. Izzy McCool is in the game as well. This is Kaylee Davis. Davis, the junior from Rock Rapids, has it poked away. And here come the Broncos. Bronco basketball, 3:05 left to play. Pass left side. 3, in and out, no good. Rebound tapped out. Milnerak with another 3, makes that one. Her second of the day. And the defenders lead 72-45. Davis with the basketball. Davis picks up her dribble. Comes back over to Smith. Smith with it on the right wing. Tries to split the defense. Short shot, good. Brooke Smith with a 2-point basket. 74-45. Defenders leading. 2:30 left to play in the game. Hesitation move out front. And we've got a foul called before Arredondo gets the shot up. Foul goes against the defenders and number 12, Stella Charleston, her first. So the Broncos today, 14 of 52 from the floor thus far. Dordt, 46% from the floor, 30 of 66. That's really not much lower than they have been throughout the season, 48%. The defenders lead the conference in field goal percentage and points per game. Now, today a little bit below their scoring average. Hastings will inbound the basketball. And now we've got an equipment issue. Player for Hastings looked like she had a necklace on. She has to check out and get that taken off. Arredondo throws it into the corner. 3, missed, no good. Long rebound and coming away with the basketball. Hastings, 3, good. For Milnerak. 74-48, defenders leading. Dordt with the basketball, Langeman. Langeman, the freshman from Ethan, South Dakota. Passes it out front. This is Charleston. Charleston gives it up to Trinity Watson into the paint. Back outside. 3 on the way. Good. 3-point basket for Stella Charleston, and the defenders lead 77-48, 147 and counting. So the defenders with the lead. Broncos have it, and a left-handed shot by Gentry Marks. 77-50 defenders. Back out front. With it is Watson. Into the corner, Charleston thought about another 3, puts it on the deck instead. Into the corner, Langeman. Langeman, 3, good. Ava Langeman with her first 3 today. And the defenders with an 80-50 lead. Ava Langeman averaging 2.8 points per game. Knocks down her first 3 of the afternoon. Checks out of the ball game. Defenders with an 80-50 advantage. 1:15 left to play in the game. Broncos have it. And give it up to Arredondo. Arredondo to Marks. Marks back to Arredondo. Arredondo down to the baseline. Puts it up in traffic off of the glass. Good. Tatis Arredondo with an opportunity at the 3-point play as she makes the field goal. And she's fouled. This was a 59-34 ball game at the end of the third period. Dordt has scored 21. The Broncos have 18, so the defenders, I believe, have managed to outscore the Broncos in each of the 4 periods after an 18-3 first quarter score. Dordt scored the first 11 points of the contest. First free throw is up and good for Mara Grant. Grant with another free throw. 81-52, defenders leading. Second free throw is up and good as well. This will be the 3rd loss of the season for the Broncos. 7-3 and 4-3 they'll leave Sioux Center. My understanding is they're off to Hawaii now. Pass goes left corner. 3, missed, no good. Rebound cleared by Grant, lost it. Picked up Arredondo. Arredondo, kick out pass. Another 3 for Milnerak. Missed it. Gets her own rebound back. Spots up. Another triple. Short, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Hastings, it'll be Dordt basketball. Shot clock and game clock almost identical, less than a second difference. Bringing the ball up is Charleston. Charleston on the wing. Charleston spins, stops on the elbow, comes back out front. That's Watson. Watson puts it up and it's blocked. Ball tipped in the backcourt. Broncos come away with the basketball. They feed it down low. Shot by Marks is good. She's got 4, and the defenders will win this one by a final of 82-54. The defenders 11-0, 7-0 in the conference. Hastings 7-3 and 4-3. The defenders' next action will be on Tuesday of next week when they will face Hope International, Fullerton, California. And the defenders will be back at home Thursday, January 2 to start second semester play against the Doane Tigers at 5 o'clock. We head into the Wireless World postgame show now. Let's take a 2-minute break. You're listening to Dordt Basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. Back with more after this.
Welcome to the American State Bank Sports Complex. Let me show you around. So right now we are in the spacious head house of the complex. On my left here we have the concession stand, and then on my right here we have a seating area, whether that's for students, spectators, or fans to come and enjoy before and in between games. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Dome. In the Dome, we have the space available for 2 full-size softball fields. However, this space is also utilized by the football, baseball, and soccer teams, as well as for other various athletic events. So the Dome has impacted the softball team in a variety of ways. First, we used to practice during the winter months over in the rec center, but the limited space availability never really allowed us to hit our full potential, whereas in here, we can fit 2 full-size softball fields. We're also able to start games much earlier in the season. We have a range of equipment available here at the Dome, whether it's the batting cages, the soccer goals, or even a field goal available for the football team. It's a huge opportunity to have the space available to practice in the off-season, especially for our outdoor athletic teams. Another great thing about the American State Bank Sports Complex is that it's not just for Dordt athletes, it's for the entire community, whether that's high school soccer leagues, open turf time, or even a space for intramurals. The American State Bank Sports Complex will change not only how we practice as Dordt athletes, but also how we interact with the community as a whole. Thanks for letting me take you on a little tour. Hope you stop by soon.
Back at the DeWitt Gym, where the Dordt defenders have defeated the Hastings Broncos in women's play 82-54. We can go ahead and roll the highlights as we recap today's contest. The Dordt defenders coming away with a 28-point victory, and it was pretty fast pace throughout the contest. Liv Harrison hit for double figures. She had a couple of three-pointers. She had 10 points. Hastings, best thing they had going was Macy Bryant with a couple of three-point baskets. The Broncos working against the Dordt defense and really had very limited success. They shot less than 30% from the floor. This also marked the return of Gracie Schoenhoven after about a 9-month absence. And Gracie, 13 points in the win for the defenders. And Dordt comes away with a victory by the final score of 82-54. Final line for the defenders today, 32 of 69 from the floor, 46%. 8 of 17 on threes, 47%, 10 for 12 from the free throw line, 83%. They had a 43-38 rebounding edge, committed 13 turnovers, and forced 23. Hastings actually got their shooting percentage up to 30%. They went 18 of 60 as a team, 6 of 27 from the three-point line, 12 of 16 from the free throw line for 75%. The defenders were led by Jeannie Vendongs, 24 points and 14 rebounds. Macy Sievers had 15 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 5 steals. 13 points today for Gracie Schoenhoven with 3 rebounds and 6 assists. 10 points for Liv Harrison to go with 2 rebounds and 3 assists. Willa Bleeker, 3 points. 2 for Ellie Lems, 3 for Ava Lengeman, 3 for Stella Charleston, 2 each for Brooke Smith and Mara Grant, and 5 for Desta Hogendorn to go along with 4 rebounds as the defenders secure their 11th win of the season. For the Broncos, 9 points for Milnerak on 3 of 6 3-point shooting, 8 points for Bose. 7 points for Avila, 4 each for Yates and Arredondo, 2 for Gooden, 5 for Kissinger, 4 for Marks, and 5 for Polk. Marks had 5 rebounds. Kissinger had 7 rebounds, 5 rebounds for Bryant, and 6 rebounds for Yates. 2 assists each for Avila and Kissinger. Avila also had Avila, that is, had 2 steals, and Bose had 2 steals as well. Hastings slides to 7-3, 4-3 in the conference. Dordt improves to 11-0 and 7-0 in league play. Why don't we go ahead and take an extended break now, and I know that'll give us some breathing room with the restart of this one. We'll get to Coach Bill Harmson hopefully with his post-game comments in just a little bit. We're going to take a 3-minute break on KIHK. Dordt Media Network, let's go ahead and stop the women's broadcast and get into the men's broadcast. So for those of you watching, you know the drill. Back out of the GPAC network or the Dordt Defender network, and then come back in and select the men's game, and we'll get started with the men's pregame, and we'll wrap up the women's postgame here shortly. So a 3-minute break on KIHK. We'll be back with more.